So then, welcome to round 9 of the NXTGEN Season 11 Ginetta Junior Championship. We're here at Oschersleben A for this round. Should be a good circuit for these tiny little Ginettas. Obviously a rule enforcement tonight. For the middle chicane, if I bring up the map for you all. So, see there's Fraser. So we pick out a car. There we go. So this chicane up here that Mad Marshall is approaching, there is a track limit on that tonight, which most people will be looking out for. So that'll be interesting to see how the drivers cope with that. Obviously, normally the limit's off due to them being ridiculously dodgy half the time. So we continue to watch Mad Marshall on his out lap here in the yellow number 58 car. So whilst the drivers are out qualifying in this session obviously for 20 minutes, let's have a look at the current championship standings. When I can find them. So after round number 8 at Silverstone National, where Adam Morris took a double point victory, winning both feature and sprint race. So he didn't take a double victory, he took a double pole position, race 1 win and race 2 second, so a very good one from Thales, taking his maiden win out last time. So Boyrakta still leads the championship. Where is he on track? Is he even here? There he is in 12th. This man here is your current championship leader on 277 points. He's only 26 ahead of Adam Morris, who is currently in second place now, pipped by his teammate. There is second place. He's on 251, so only 26. If you can keep clawing that back, it could end up to be quite a tight end to the season. Lima Thurso, who is not here tonight, he's currently in third place on 187 in a bit of a battle with Jamie F for 30. They're in the number 39 machine. Liam on 187, Jamie on 183. She clips that curb nicely. RS Jim is 77. He is currently not here. No, he's not. RS Jim's missing as well from tonight. But he originally sits in 5th with 175 points. And Ray Devan, is he here tonight? Yes, he is. There he is. There's Ray Devan, 80. He's in sync with 151 points with Seeks 44. Currently on 121 in 7th. The Les, after taking his maiden victory last time. There he is, very happy with himself after that one. Is on 116 points. So Shadow Stalker TBS on 111. Slider Gas 28 is on 105. Then we have Afcape on 69 in 11th, so big difference there. NGR Fraser is on 68. Gaza123 on 63. Gaza here tonight, currently in second. Ginger Poisson is got 53 points. He's at 82 with 46. AMH Racing's on 29, the Dizzler on 27, Cam123 Diz on 25, our Ostinator's got 20, and Mirror Slide on 9. So that's your championship order going into tonight. So we have now 14, just under 14 minutes remaining. As we watch Gaza here come down to the Saxon-Anhalt curve. Let's go on board with Gaza and take a look around this circuit. So using the roof view, coming down to the 90 left, which leads into Hotel. Don't want to take too much curb. He's just about got it slowed down in time through Hotel. Really long right-hander which nips up right at the end. See those drift off slightly wider. Then you come down to Hasseralder. And Hasseralder we go. Again, a long hairpin left. Then we go up to Triple. A double flick 90 left. There's one, there's two. Then the Triple here, which flicks left into this long right-hander. Many lines through there can get you good times. As we then come to Chicane. Remember, this is the one where you've got to be careful not to cut too much. Now, wheels on the curb is doable. That's fine. Gaza goes off the road after it, just catches the curb. That is the only thing with the curbs there. It can cause the back end to slide as you come onto the down the Stadion Garada towards the Shell S. So that's the lap ruined really for Gaza as he hits the Shell S. Ideally, yeah, you're not quite got the right line through there. You want to try and stay to the right hand side as much as possible before you hit the left. Then you go through this flick right. And then back down to the Saxon-Anhalt curve. So currently Boyrax is on pole position by 0.125 of a second. Gaza is in second with Adam Morris 0.2 off the pace of pole position right now in the number 19 Machuca car. Jamie F430 back on the pace, 0.4 behind Boyrax. Slider Gas is off the road. That's an interesting one for him. Then we have the Les, currently at 6.7 off the pace. With Ginger Poisson starting 8 in, well, we're starting 7th until Fraser takes that place off of him. Seeks is currently in 9th with Caesar 82 in 10th. Cape just coming out the pits there for another run. He is currently in 11th. Radovan 80 is in 12th right now. Not the sort of pace we've seen in previous races on his current form. Robsk is back here tonight. The number 10 car with Shadow Stalker DBS in 14th. And rounding out so far, it's Mad Marshall, who's I don't think quite had a good time yet. So he'll be looking to put in a proper time, I would suspect, very, very soon. but still in the lead. Boyraxa Seeks obviously up to 9th on his return. Here is Fraser up in 7th after the 139.6 he put in. Getting a bit of a practice start maybe. Goes Ginger Poisson, number 3 machine. It's a little bit squirrely through the first part, and he's paid the price in the second part on the exit of the Shell S. Bit too squirrely in and a bit too tight into the left-hander as he allows someone through. He drops the shadow. There's Mad Marshall. And there's Gaza. Yeah, he's just let Gaza through. Jamie now up into 3rd, only 0.199 off the pace with a 138.7. Not far away from Gaza is Jamie now. As he goes up to triple. Here's Adam Morris. He was really strong at Silverstone, making sure he doesn't take any risks on that chicane. Ginetta looking really hooked up at the moment, but Boyraxa in the pits now along with Jamie. Into the final corner for Adam. Can he improve his time? Yes, he does. He goes within 6,000ths of a second to Boyraxa. A 138.586 compared to Boyraxa's 138.580. Adam Morris in and then out of the pits immediately. So the 2 Machuca boys, again, the people to beat here. They'll be looking for some good results. Well, Adam will want to be winning this, and Boyraxa will want to obviously keep him as far behind as possible, but Adam definitely needs a bit of luck here if he's going to pull points on his teammates again. So it is an extra point for that pole position, so if Boyraxa claims pole, there's a point in the bag. Turn our attention to Gaza 123, number 29 machine. Seeks up into 7th now with a 139.4. The top 8 covered by just over a second, with NGR Fraser in 8th. See Gaza fling the car through the S's. Matt Shadowstalker is now up into 13th. Afcape is 12th. There's Ropsk. He crosses the line into 13th, bumping Shadowstalker down to 14th. Nice little battle going on there. Could be one to watch for the race. As we have less than 5 minutes to go. Who should we pick on? Like a little montage, is it? Here we go, Afcape. Let's go and boil Afcape for a quiet lap. Hopefully he won't mess it up. Here's the cockpit view. And enjoy this lap with him. So there we go, a lap with half cape, and I'm going to say, I'm going to reward you, sir. You're one of the very few people that I have chosen for a lap, and you've actually made it around without crashing or going to the pits. Good stuff. And that puts him, he's still in 12th at the moment, but he's not far away. About 7/10 off of CSET here at the moment. But he's got a lot of room behind him, nearly a second to Ropsk. So he's going strong at the moment, I would say. As we watch Slider Gas in the number 50 machine. Down to the final couple of corners with 2 minutes to spare. As Afcape pits. And Slider Gas comes across the line. He stays in 5th right now. Big curb there. I think that was from Ginetta. Was it Rd9? Big bit of curb on the right-hander there, forcing the car up on the 2 wheels. I will agree with that, Arcade. I will agree. But you definitely made it around fair and square on that one. As Rd9 keeps coming through here in 9th place, 1.1 off the pace. Afcape obviously reveling in the extra pressure of being on the street for a whole lap. It was a good lap, to be fair. It was a good lap, really clean, good lines for most of it. We continue to watch Rd9 on this lap. He is down on the best lap at the moment. As he comes up to the final corner. 27 seconds left on the clock. Afcape's qualifying has finished, as has Ropsk. So both of them obviously happy with what they've done so far in this session. Rd9 stays where he is. Adam Morris, a lot of curb in the right-hander, and that's ended his qualifying session in the gravel trap. So, interesting stuff. Boy Rex, oh, that's a bit of an inside cut from one of the yellow cars. It's like they're Mad Marshall or Siegs. As we watch the current pole sitter, Boy Rex on a 38.580. A bit wide from Boy Rex, catching the gravel. Whether that's damaged his run a little bit. He's got Shadowstalker right in front of him, which is not going to help his lap time. Shadowstalker abandons his own lap to let Boy Rex continue through. Good driving there. And he doesn't go any faster. Nor. But Jamie takes pole. Jamie, F430, has swiped pole away from the championship leader. Is there anyone still on lap? Slider Gas, can he do anything about that? He's 0.7 off, but what a lap time from Jamie F430. A 138.547 takes pole position by 0.033. A fantastic lap time there. And Slider Gas, that's not going to help your lap time, sir. Be amazed if this goes any quicker. And he does back off to make sure, because that was a very interesting line. So he can't do anything. Rd9 has finished his qualifying now in 9th. Ginger Poisson's finished. So Jamie F430. Mad Marshall, can he do anything about this grid? He does go quicker. He sets a 142.9, but stays in 15th. But it is Jamie F430 who takes the pole position here at Oschersleben for the feature race. I think it's the feature anyway. Unless I've got this middle up. It's race 1 anyway. He's got the race 1 pole, and that's all that matters. That's an extra point to him, and he's gonna try and make up as much ground as he can against Liam Ather. So Jamie F30 confirmed as pole sitter for race number 1. Boy Raxa sits second with Adam Morris in third. Gaza on his comeback is fourth. The Slider Gas fifth. The Les is sixth. Seeks 44 is 7th, Fraser 8th, Rd9 9th, Ginger Poisson is 10th, Siegert in 11th, AFK is 12th, Robskit in 13th, and Shadow Stalker 14th, with Mad Marshall rounding out the grid in 15th place. Thank you, AFK. It is the sprint first. I've done some other events this week, and other way around sometimes, so he may well be on pole in the future. You never know. You never know, but this is the sprint race. 7 laps of Oschersleben in the Ginetta GT40s. The G40. Lovely little car, these things. Great for beginner drivers. Good to learn, and you can absolutely rag the hell out of them. And you always expect good close racing. Now, Jamie F30's got a bit of work ahead of him. He's got the championship leader and second place man literally on his tail. We have the 2-minute warm-up for setup changes and syncing into the game. Obviously where the drivers can make very slight changes to the car if they need it for the race. And also so that everyone is ready. So, can Jamie F30 end this race and convert his pole to win? We wait patiently. "15 cars, 7 laps, sinking in. Oschersleben is about to go racing. We wait for the 3 red lights. They're all on. And they're all off, and we're going racing here at Oschersleben. And that's an interesting start from Robski in the background. I don't know what's happened there. But Jamie F30 has the inside for turn 1. Boy Raxa looks around the outside now. Raxa initially has the lead going in late on the brakes, but he won't keep it, will he? He's still on the inside for turn 2. That's a fantastic move from Boy Raxa. He moves into the lead now. From second place on the grid, Jamie's got a bit of work to do now as he head down towards this hairpin left. Adam Morris has lost a place to the Les. Gaza is down to 5th. That's a hell of a start from the Les. I think he started about 6th. Seeks is now dropping. Seeks is round and big contact. He's on his roof. He is on his roof, and that's a big shame because that is Seeks out of this race. No point pressing the throttle pedal. That thing is going nowhere. So Seeks now out of the race. We didn't see the full incident, but we saw the aftermath. Car spinning onto his side, onto his roof, and no one to help him. There we go, he's retired from this sprint race. Jamie still in second place, but Boy Raxa getting away. There's Aft Cape, big drift into the Shell S, and potentially damage from I think he definitely got involved with the Seeks accident as a bit of an innocent bystander, but he definitely chucked it into there and it didn't work. There's Rd9. And Caesar and Ginger Poisson right in front of him having a good close battle here for 9th, and Fraser's been dragged into it from 7th. That's Caesar. Oh, and that's interesting. That's Slider Gas and the Les. So a bit of a coming together then, potentially for those two into turn 2. That's Radovan around the outside of the Les. The Les trying to get the inside, bit of contact on the exit, and that's Radovan off on the grass. Joins in behind the Les. They head up to triple for the second time. Caesar gives way to Ginger Poisson. Here's Boyrexa, there's Jamie. Here comes Fraser through the chicane. Everyone being well behaved through that chicane. That's an interesting line from Rob, so I think he's got a bit of lag on that. There's Shadow Stalker, there goes Mad Marshall. Half Cape a long way down now. Boyrex has lost a bit of time. He's down to half a second, his lead, and that's a bit wide from Jamie. As they head down the main straight, Boyrex with Jamie FL30 in tow. Gaza in third now. And we've lost Adam Morris. Adam Morris has retired, so big news for the championship. Boyrex could claim a lot of points here on his championship rival. I think that someone else has retired now. I think that is Afcape has handed in his retirement notice for this race. We'll watch the stream instead. As we continue to watch NGR Fraser here in now 4th place against Ginger Poisson in 5th. Cars starting to drop like flies. And behind that, you've got Caesar 82, the Les and Radovan all battling over 6th place. As they come through the triple. Oh, and that's the Les gone. Round in a spin. Oh, and collection there from Slider Gas. Puts the Les the right way round. Luckily, Slider Gas just about gets away with it. So, a bit of a spin from the Les and collection points for Slider Gas there. Caesar and Radovan then now have to battle it out for 6th, and that's wide from Caesar. He's been dragged in by the gravel. He's on the grass. Returns on the road in 7th place, but that gives the place to Radovan there. 6th place he's up to. And that's Ginger Poisson has overtaken Fraser, and Fraser right on his bumper as you come down to turn 1. Pulls out to the outside, knowing if you can make it stick around the outside, he will claim the inside. Has he still got? No, he hasn't quite got the overlap there. Still looking at the inside. No place for him there either. As we come down to the hairpin left at turn number 3. They hit the brakes, turn into the corner. Good corner speed from Ginger Poisson there. So now he's starting to pull a gap on Fraser. He's up to 7/10 of a gap in the number 3 car. He's got some good pace, a 39.9 his last lap. Let's have a look at Slider Gas there, with a bit of front end bodywork damage. Has Robska behind him, and the Les is right behind that. He's coming through the long right-hander up to the chicane. And that is Ginger Poisson is back behind NGR Fraser, so maybe a bit of a half spin out of the chicane there. He's now behind Radovan as well as Ginger. Jamie's had an issue, he's fallen 2.5 seconds behind Boyrexa with a 1:41.3, so you're a bit wide. Now Radovan's got to defend from Ginger Poisson. Got on board with Ginger on the bumper camera. As they hit the brake for turn 1. The Les is overtaking Ropska. See, Ginetta puts on a bit of a different line. As they go down to the hairpin for the 5th time of 7 tonight. Some wonderful battling going on at the moment. There's the Les, he's chasing down Slidergas. Going to the triple for the 5th time. See the bumper hanging off of the 37 car. See, after being collected by the car in front. Slidergas 28. See, no fault of anyone's really. View down, back straight towards the Shell S. Number 37, which is number 50, I think it is. We're down to the penultimate turn now. Let's flick right. Into the final turn they come now. No lights for the Les on the back, brake wise. So is the rear end's gone into stealth mode. Into the first turn for the penultimate time now. That's very wide from Slidergas. That's going to be the Les through. Oh, and that is an interesting rejoin from Slidergas. The Les is not happy with that. Slidergas is going to have to give that up. He does. He doesn't make it easy, but he definitely gave that up eventually. And now he's gone wide out of turn number 3. Ropska almost going on it as well. But that settles that one. The Les up into 8th now. Rd9 still chasing down Fraser. And behind that, Ginger Poisson. No one really being able to make a move at the moment round here. As Fraser keeps going in 4th place, is a good place to be for him. Boyrax are all just starting the final lap. The championship leader will pull a massive amount of points on Adam Morris tonight. Because Adam has retired from this sprint race. That's the big headline at the moment in the Next Gen Season 11 Ginetta Juniors, sponsored by Emily Lynn Scott. And that is Rd9 down the inside. Fraser around the outside now, off turn number 2. Ginger looking down the inside of Fraser, trying to make hay in this. As they come down towards turn 3, Fraser, has he still got an overlap into turn number 3? Brakes a bit earlier. And that enables Rd9 to complete the move around the outside of turn 3. A brilliantly executed move there from Rd9. Managed to get the inside for turn 2. And now Ginger Poisson will be looking very feisty. Trying to get past him, I would say. As they come up to a chicane for the final time for this sprint race. Through the chicane they go. Ginger quite literally eating the back of Fraser's car. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That's Ginger Poisson. Spinning, yes it was. Ginger Poisson spins out of the chicane, and that puts his championship, his race in ruins. But this man here, Boyraxer 14, takes the win and pulls points on the championship lead now after the retirement of Adam Morris. Gaza comes home for 2nd, so Jamie, we missed what happened to Jamie, maybe a bit of an accident there for him. But Gaza comes home 2nd on his return. Jamie FL30 comes home in 3rd. Rd9 is in 4th with Fraser in 5th. And big contact at the end, as per usual in these races. Caesar 82 is 6th. Then Les comes home for 7th in front of Slider Gas, and Ginger Poisson after that spin comes home in 9th. Robska is going to be 10th with Shadow Stalker DBS in 11th. Mad Marshall with no front bonnet has spun it, I think, at the last corner. He'll come home for 12th and final place in this sprint race. Adam Morris disconnected. That was the issue there for the man in second place in the championship. So Boyraxa takes the sprint race win, followed by Gaza. Jamie F430 after a good promising start in second place. Ray Devan is 4th, NGR Fraser 5th, Caesar 82 is 6th, Deleuze 7th, Slider Gas 28 is 8th, Ginger Poisson is 9th, Robska is in 10th, Shadow Stalker comes home 11th, with Mad Marshall in 12th, Afcape retired after that one, CX44 ended up on his roof with Adam Morris disconnecting. So a good first race there for the boys here at NXTGEN Season 11 Ginetta Junior Championship. Let me know what you thought of that one in the comments. It was an interesting race, that's for sure. CX being the one this time to end up on his roof. See the second race slightly longer in length, being a feature race. Or I say slightly longer, I mean double the laps plus 1. 16 laps for the feature race here. I mean just over half an hour's worth of racing after a 15-minute qualifying. So still 45 minutes minimum here left of driving for the guys. Obviously this championship sponsored by Emily Lynn Scott, who is taking part in the real-life Ginetta Juniors in the support package of the British Touring Cars. So everyone here at NXTGEN wishes her the very best of luck with every remaining race of the season. Very competitive championship that is, and we've got it the exact same here at NXTGEN in the Ginetta G40s. I believe we are awaiting a couple of drivers to rejoin the session, one of them being Adam Morris. And don't know who the other one is. Even Mad Marshall. Yes, we are missing Mad Marshall as well, so just waiting for Mad Marshall and Adam Morris to return if they do. And still waiting on a couple of drivers to return to the lobby. I'm guessing Adam, obviously being disconnected from race 1, will not be happy with it. They have to reset the router and restart the PlayStation, which does take a little bit of time. It'd be interesting actually with Alf Cape, obviously a regular watcher every week of the Ginetta streams, of his thoughts of the track being a driver driving on it. I mean, I personally love Oschersleben. Brilliant circuit, really technical. The car can get away from you if you're not careful. But generally a really nice track to drive, I find. So it'll be interesting to see whether Afcape replies to that on the comments of what he thinks of the circuit. Say hello to everyone watching here for the NXTGEN Ginetta Junior Championship. Obviously, a fantastic race won. Waiting on a couple of drives for the feature race now. See, Boyrax extending his lead in the championship race with Adam Morris's unfortunate disconnection. Does not help Adam's championship one bit. Shame Jamie F430 couldn't convert that pole to a win. That is even worse, the fact that he finished in third in the end. Actually making a few mistakes. Easy to do around Oschersleben. Not many times you can get away with stuff. So as we get prepared for qualifying for the feature race, only 15 minutes, not the usual 20, we have for the sprint race. So here we are, the 15-minute feature race qualifying, and if Adam Morris doesn't return, it's going to be a very costly night for him. You can score a maximum of I believe it's 44 points. I'm correct in my math. Yes, it is. You score a maximum of 44 points per night, 22 in each race. Now, Boyrax was already 26 up coming in. He's just made that 47 points. Interesting drift there from Jamie into the long right hand there in the number 39 machine. Yes, he's at 82 with Ginger Poisson behind him. Now looking down the inside of him and ahead of him. I think the boy's been very well behaved through that chicane tonight, obviously after being told of the limits area. To start warming up the tyres. Hopefully no one will do a Roman Grosjean from Azerbaijan, if any of you remember that. Warming up behind the safety car and putting it in the wall. There's the Les here in 7th. There's 644, ending up upside down in the sprint race. There's Shadow Stalker, DBS there in the number 55 machine. Coming up to the chicane. There's a good friend, Aft Cape. Coming around the long left-hander, up towards triple. And that looks like CZ82 has gone round. It has. Back with Aft Cape, let's see what type of line he takes through this long right-hander. Stays really tight. That's the sort of line I take through there. It's very interesting. Obviously different lines through that right-hander. Manages to rescue it through that part. Back end almost snatching at the chicane. Back to Shadow Stalker. Now, is this an outlap or is this an actual lap? That's an actual lap of a 141.3. Jamie F430 comes home with a 38.9. Rd9 is now second with the... Well, he was second with a 39.75. Gaza takes provisional pole position with a 38.5. The 30, yes, Jamie obviously with a 38.9. Six with a 39.3. Rd9 with a 39.7. Now Fraser with a 39.999. Couldn't make that one up, could you? Ginger Poisson is in 6th, with Snyder Gas 7th, Shadow Stalker back in the pits in 8th, Aft Cape is 9th, Robska is in 10th, who was 10th, now 11th, Caesar is 12th, I think that's Deleuze has gone up into 5th. What can the championship leader do though, as he comes up towards turn number 3, very, very slowly, although that could just be an illusion of the camera. Let's have a look at him then. Through triple they come. Into the long right-hander. Very, very wide. So this is obviously an outlap. So we're going to stay on board with Boy Rector. And we'll have our quiet lap with him. As that's either out, I think that's Aft Cape gone off at the chicane this time. Boy Rector over as we overtake him with Boy Rector. Obviously the back end just stepping out there, I would assume. Through the Shell S he comes, and that is Caesar 82 off at the Shell S. He's not having a good time of it at the moment. A couple of spins so far in this session. So then, here comes Boy Rector around the final corner. We're going to have a quiet lap with him, so the championship leader. Enjoy this lap. So as we round the final turn with Boyraxa, that puts him in second place behind Gaza. A good 3/10 behind as well. Good lap time that from NGR Fraser, getting a 38.962 in now. Ahead of Jamie FL30. With just 6 minutes 45 on the clock. We continue to watch Fraser, who's currently in third position at the moment for the grid. Warming up his tyres by the looks of it. It's not on a hot lap. This is an interesting train. Radovan, Ginetta, and Slidergas. And I think that's the Les has spun out of the chicane. That's a very long way to go before you spin it. Has been carrying some very good pace as he now goes wide through the shallows into the gravel on the first part. Robska doesn't get the right line either. Afcape currently still in last place at the moment, 13th. Has he not quite got the right lap together at the moment? As the Les crosses the line. So this won't be a good lap because of his incidents drawing it. Jamie replaces Fraser in third now. He goes in with a 38.446. That's 38.646. Half a second off the pace now of Gaza, who I must admit has had a good return to the championship here at Oschersleben. There's Sinks 44. We'll just be looking to keep going here. And maybe not end up on his roof like last time. Continue to watch seats. He's right behind one of the number 55 boys, which could be Afcape. Here's Afcape. As they go through triple into the right hand. Obviously Afcape on a hot lap, so doesn't have to move out of the way. Oh, and a bit of contact out of chicane there. They head towards the Shell S, almost they are side by side coming into the S. That's not going to give anyone a good line and a good qualifying lap. Now Afcape will enjoy a bit of juicy slipstream down that main straight. What time has Afcape done here then? It puts him up into the top 10 at 140.6, a good lap there from the man in the number 55 car. Boyraxa away, going back to the pit lane there. Here's Jamie FL30. Race 1 pole sitter. As he comes into the Shell S, obviously not on a hot lap. Here's that train of Rd9, Ginetta and Slider Gas. It's like they're working together. The Les currently in 8th place. So they go through triple into the long right hander, and behind them Ginger Poisson is gone off and spun it. Does a celebratory donut and continues on his way. And goes absolutely miles wide of the chicane. He wants to get back up to those two there. He wants a bit of that slipstream. Although I would say that's the most unconventional way of doing it. That's into the wall and a big impact. And I can only say that he deserves it. There's Gaza, 1, 2, 3, coming round to start his final qualifying attempt. Ginetta immediately getting on the gas right behind him. Also wanting a bit of that slipstream after his unusual tactics of trying to catch back up to his mates. So who's going to be the last man across this line? There's Seeks, there's Fraser. That could be... There's F-Cape. And Ropska is behind him. That's Shadow Stalker. He doesn't get to the line in time, so Shadow Stalker is the first man across that line who's finished his qualifying. Delez in 9th there. Moves right around there. Seeks now up into 5th. Good time from him. Slider Gas now ahead of the Les. There's Gaza 1, 2, 3. Boyrex and Jamie on continuing qualifying. The Les is obviously finished along with Caesar and Shadow Stalker. There's Seeks. And Fraser. Ropska is the last man who will be able to set a qualifying time. He was the last man across that line. There's Slider Gas, there's Ginetta, there's Rd9. Seeks is obviously in the pits now. Bit sideways from Gaza through that penultimate corner. Sorry, not the penultimate corner, that's a Shell S. Rd9 crosses the line, he goes up into 5th, he goes ahead of Seeks. Slider Gas stays in 8th, so Seeks drops to 6th. Gaza comes to the final corner. Plies the throttle now, he's got pole position by 0.196 of a second here. Can he extend that gap? No, he can't. What can Fraser do? Not a lot by the seams of it. Afgapers return to pits. Ropska is just having a bit of fun now. And a lot of lag, I would say, as well. But there we go, that is the qualifying session over. And Gaza 1, 2, 3 takes pole position for the feature race. So there it is confirmed. Gaza 1, 2, 3 takes pole position away from Boyraxer, Jamie F430, NGR Fraser, Rd9 80, Seeks 44 is 6th, Ginger Poisson is 7th, Slider Gas is 8th, the Les is in 9th, F-Cape 10th, Caesar 82 is in 11th, Ropska is 12th, Shadow Stalker DBS rounds out the remaining drivers in 13th place. What a qualifying session from Gaza there, pipping Boyraxer. we wait for the sync to happen so we can get the race underway. As we await the starters' orders to commence. Here we go then. All three lights are on and we're green again for Oschersleben. 16-lap feature race. And boy, Raxa has got another good getaway. So is Fraser, and spin. That is Ginger Poisson. Big bit of contact off the start then as Boy Raxa takes the lead away from Gaza. Jamie FL30 under attack from Fraser as we come down to turn 3 now. Jamie will have the inside line though, so he should defend that quite easily. Ginger Poisson, very unlucky there. Oh, and who's that behind? That is Seeks and Radovan. Seeks now up into 5th after a good start. Caesar and the Les are having a battle up towards triple as we all settle into single file because there is pretty much no way of overtaking through triple. Very unlucky though for this man, obviously a bit of tight contact and it sent him round, but Boy Raxa looking to make the most of this opportunity with Adam not racing in this one. Gotta go careful though on that line. And see Gaza now having to hold off Jamie FL30. There's Fraser in 4th, Seeks is 5th, Radovan, then Caesar, the Les, Afcape there in 9th, so good start behind him. Obviously making up a position after Jinder's unfortunate positional change there. Slidergas is down in 10th, so again unusual for him. There's Ropska in 11th, Shadow Stalker is in 12th, and Ginger Poisson has just caught up to the back of him. He'll be looking. And Shadow Stalker, I think, is just gone. You're not my battle. Continue on. Back up near the front though, and Jamie FL30 still behind Gaza as we enter lap number 2. Into turn 1 we come. Into Hotel. That's wide from Fraser. He's going to have Seeks on the back of him though. Into turn number 3. Everything all a little bit stalemate right now. There's Radovan, there's Caesar, Ropska. Ginger, Slidergas. You know, Ginger has really made up places here. Afcape's had a bit of an incident. He's down now in 13th and last. So something's happened to him. Back up to the front though, and 8, 9 tenths the gap. Gaz is still ahead of Jamie for 2nd place. All of it follow the leader right now. Radovan maybe looking to make a move. So you ride on the bonnet with him. He's trying the distracting technique. I don't think that's quite going to work though. So he hit the brakes. Fraser's gone wide. Seeks looks to go around the outside. That's not going to happen. Radovan Almost had an opportunity then at the inside of Seeks. So here the brakes into turn number 3 for the third time of 16. The end of the long right-hander then. So he's on his own, the lead's on his own there in 7th. We've had Aft Cape retire from this race. And also Ginger Poisson has retired. Aft Cape no longer in the session. The lead has really closed up. I think Boyrax went a bit wide through the Shell S, and now he's under pressure from Gaza, who's still under pressure from Jamie at the moment. They head down the main straight then for the third time as he crossed the line. Boyrax now only with 0.3 of a second available to him. Jamie looking around the outside now of Gaza. That's not quite going to work though. Come down into turn number 3. As they come through. Bit more of a cut than Boyrax, I think would have liked to take through there, but I think we'll just about get away with it. Just keep concentrating on these top 3. Bit of a battle brewing between Seeks and Rd9. Rd9 looking down the outside of the Shell S. That's not quite going to work. Seeks happily defends that off. On board Rd9 on the bumper camera as they head down towards turn 1 for the 5th time. Keep going all the way through. So they hit this straight down towards turn 3 they go. Gap in the lead now increasing up to 0.7 of a second. Rd9 now looking down the inside of chicane. No, I didn't think that was going to work. I think they have to start respecting the inside a bit more. Seeks does a bit of grass trimming. As Rd9 really now looking to overtake Seeks. Let's go through the Shell S, but that's going to cost him time because that line is not a quick one through that S bend. Further down the back we got Ropska there in 9th with Slidergas catching him I think in 10th place. He's had a bit of a horrible start, has Slidergas. They enter and go into this hairpin right. Slidey Gas really wanting to get past him to get off up the road. Although you'd have to think Ropska is not going to let him go easily because there is a 10-second gap. Let's go to the front now. The gap at 6 tenths between first and second, and another 6 tenths between Gaza and Jamie. So those boys locked in a bit of a stalemate right now. No one can really overtake, no one can really catch that back up. They keep going. Robska's had an incident somewhere. He is now down at the back. So I think he's been in the wall with the damage on the front left there of the car. Having a bit flatter at the front than it used to be. So he's obviously spun it into a wall. And now Jamie starting to pull the time back. 4 tenths the gap between him and Gaza. And in the background you can see Fraser, Seeks and Radovan starting to close in on each other. Gaza only 3 tenths now behind the leader. So this has just got a bit more spicy as we head on to lap number 7. Into triple for the 7th time of 16. Through the chicane, and Gaza still in that 2nd place. But NGR Fraser under a lot more pressure as Seeks is right behind him now. Radovan has dropped off the back of them a little bit, maybe just giving them a bit of room. As they head into the Shell S, Seeks quite literally almost tandem drafting with Fraser through there. Looks to the outside of the penultimate corner, looking for the switchback. Has he got it? Yes, he has. He's down the inside of the final turn. That's a cracking move, but can Fraser switch it back again down the main straight? No, he can't. A brilliant move there by Seeks 44, sees him up into 4th place. Really well set up from the Shell S. Managed to get the run, force Fraser into the inside line. And that was the result. So good move that from Seeks, quite possibly one of the best of the day. And back at the front, Gaza has like these sections where he does start to close up onto Boyaraxa. It's almost like the cars are set up for specifically for different parts of the track. You keep going along. There's 644 now. Radovan is right behind Fraser. He's got down the inside at the Shell S. That should be a job good and well done. Job's definitely a good one there. Radovan up now into 5th. We'll be looking to chase down Seeks in that 4th place. So go on board with Fraser for a lap, for a bit of one of those quiet laps. Enjoy this one in the midst of battle between him and Radovan with Seeks up ahead. So they go a lap with Fraser there in the midst of the battle, and this battle is really shaping up to be a good one. As Seeks and Rd9 are right beside each other. Rd9 has found a gap down the inside of turn 1. Fraser looks to the outside, or Seeks brakes really late, and that's a fantastic defence there from Seeks. Fraser there in the background. Looking around the outside now as Rd9 finds a gap down the inside, a bit of contact on between the two cars. And contact again on the exit where Seeks had nowhere to go but the outside. Seeks keeps the place with Fraser not hot on their heels if they make another mistake. Through triple into the right hander we come then, here on lap number 10. And a fantastic battle so far between these three. They head to the chicane. Down to the chalet they come. Another battle to be wary of. We can go to a quiet moment with this battle. Is this one starting to close up? Slider gas and the Les. Be interesting to see how that evolves. And at the front, Boyraxa has got Jamie. Boyraxa down into third, unfortunately. So a mistake there from Boyraxa has meant that Gaza takes the lead away from him, and Jamie manages to get into third. So we missed that mistake, but that's an unnatural mistake there, I would have said, from Boyraxa to give up the lead. Not what he was looking. He's looking to try and get his championship to the point of nearly being sorted at the end of this season. And that's Jamie round. Jamie has spun to the inside of that hairpin, and that is pretty much his chance of winning this race over. Unless he can pull back 5.8 seconds. Very unfortunate there for the number 39 machine, just catching the grass on the outside. Though Gaz on return could see himself double podium finisher, and also maybe the race winner in this feature race if he can stay there. Seek still has Rd9 on his tail, but Fraser has made a mistake somewhere. That's him just rejoining after chicane, so maybe he's just spun it at the chicane. It's a bit unfortunate because he was looking good for that battle. There is Seeks, and Rd9 has gone wide and made a mistake somewhere. He's dropped off the back of the number 32 machine. Les not far away now from Slider Gas. Gaza just about half a second ahead of Boyraxa. Here on lap number 12 of 16. To the chicane they come. So Gaza still holds on to the lead from Boy Rex at the moment. Less than half a second separates the two. These two know each other quite well, raced together for a while. As they come down to turn number 3. There's Seeks 44 still ahead of Rd9. There's Caesar 82 trying to get on the back of NGR Fraser. And there's Slider Gas definitely losing time to the Les. Very slowly losing time. The gap is about a second there. Yeah, Shadow Stalker currently in 10th with Robska in 11th. But Gaza has Boy Rexa all over his chuff. On board with Boy Rexa we go then, from the bumper cam. Bit of a better run through that penultimate corner. And right on the tail, but I think Gaza has the correct line through that final corner. So he just pulls a little bit away. Across the start-finish line for the 13th time. Into the last 3 laps we go. Was not what Boy Rex would have wanted into that corner. The car just sliding a little bit and bogging down. Allows Gaza a very tiny bit of room there to relax. As we head now into turn 3 up towards triple. Flat through, lift in through the second bit, back on and then into the third one, which you brake halfway through in a straight line to get into this right-hander. As we head up towards the chicane. And you can see the run that Boy Rexa had through it. Head down to the Shell S for the 14th time. They hit the brakes. Bit of a better line, I would say, that from Boy Rexa. Should get something on the exit here. Looks to the outside, doesn't quite do it. Can he switch it back? And doesn't have the pace to. Into the final corner we come then. And Gaza really putting on a defensive masterclass. They head towards turn 1 yet again. Rd9 is gradually closing in on Seeks for a last couple of lap battle maybe. Fraser not really losing any time to Caesar at the moment. Slider Gas and Les are definitely getting closer and closer. 0.4 the gap there. Back at the front though, and Gaza still holds that lead as we're on lap number 15 of 16. Half the second the gap. Through triple to go. Join back with the Les and Slider Gas. See Liam Thurso now watching the stream. Supporting Seeks, who has lost the position potentially, and he's now spun. Seeks not only lost the position around the outside to Rd9 in that long right-hander, but he's also spun to the inside. That sees him out of the 4th place he was in and down to 5th. Here on this penultimate lap, he's not going to gain that back either. Through the Shell S they come, but at the front, Gaza has some real pressure to contend with as we come onto the final lap. Boy Rexa around 2/10 at the line. As we come out of turn 2, down to turn 3. That's a bit wide, that from Boy Rex. That could give the room Gaza needs to secure this victory. As they come through triple for the final time, up into this long right-hander. A big run though for Boy Raxer through the chicane, puts him within 3/10 again. This fight isn't over till the fat lady sings, if we've got one. And Lima Thurso obviously disappointed in Seeks' spinning, but supporting Gaz, looking like Gaz could still win this, but Boy Rex is still up the chuff as he comes through the penultimate corner now. Down to the final corner for the final time of this feature race. Boy Rex looks down the inside. Is there a gap? No, there isn't. It's a straight drag to the line, and I think Gaza has done it. Gaza, 1, 2, 3, takes the win here at the feature race at Oschersleben. Boy Rex just about misses out there. Jamie F30 will come home a very quiet third. He'll be happy with his results tonight. 2 third places. Rd9 80 will come home in 4th place. After Seeks lost the car during that long right-hander. Fraser will come home a good 6th place there, with Caesar in 7th. The Les has managed to get past Slidergas in that last lap. I think Slidergas had a bit of a spin. There's definitely damage to his car there. The light missing, so it ends the barrier, I'd assume. But Slidergas comes home in 9th. Shadow Stalker DBS will come home in 10th. As he comes into the penultimate corner. It's all points for him. As he comes up to the line to finish a good 10th for him. Ropska on his return. Come home in 11th place. And a good drive from all here at NXTGEN in the Ginetta Juniors, but Gaza will be happy with that. His return to the championship after a while out. He takes a 2nd, and now he takes a win here at Oschersleben. So Gaza 1, 2, 3 takes the win off of Boy Raxa by 0.243 of a second. Jamie F430 was 3rd with Rd9 in 4th. Seeks was 5th. Fraser 6th. Caesar is 7th, and Jamie, you could at least let me finish off showing the order. Oh well. We went Caesar, Deleuze, Slidergas. Shadow Stalker, and then Ropska, I believe. So a good night's racing here in the Ginetta Juniors. My pick of the drivers would be Gaza tonight. He's returned 2nd and holding off Boy Rexa for that win. Brilliant drives. So the next round of the Ginetta Junior Championship will be at Monza Short. So that's going to be an interesting race to watch, so make sure you join us there on Friday next week for Monza Short. Next up on the channel, NXTGEN wise, will be the touring cars for their final rounds. Now the Group A title has already been won, but the Modern is all there to play for, so join me on Monday for that one. I will also be streaming on Sunday as I drive in the Group 4 Championship. So that will be good to watch out for. But from here tonight, many thanks to Emily and Scott for sponsoring this championship. Great championship to be sponsoring of. But I hope you join me in the near future for more Next Gen events. And from me, thank you all for watching tonight. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time.